I think I'm
Yes
not
po.
yet there, Coach.
Okay, perfect. If you guys are not yet, Tatagalog na lang ako, nahihirapan ako. Okay lang ba? Hindi ko rin siya
Push.
ma-compose ng Tagalog at hindi ko siya ma-compose ng English at hindi ko siya ma-compose ng Tagalog. Okay. So, lahat nasa Facebook na, lahat nakapag-submit na ng assignments. What else? Okay, yung hindi pa nakakapag-submit ng assignment and this question might probably nananghalian naman ako, nagkape naman ako. May ano rin sa Tagalog 'yun. It will come up for sure this week. Pag hindi nakapag-submit, pwede niyong ihabol, guys. The main goal here is hindi yung always on time ka. Wala rin tayong top 1 pagka ikaw yung unang nakapag-submit. Ang goal natin dito towards the end of the training is for all of you guys to have a better understanding of the tasks that a freelancer or a virtual assistant does sa pang-araw-araw nila. At least yung basic man lang. Alam nyo na, na-practice nyo na, and it's not for me to judge kung ano man yung trip nyong gawin. Ang pwede ko lang ibigay sa inyo is advice ko. So kung feeling nyo hindi mag-work yung advice ko sa inyo, that's perfectly fine. Okay? Are we clear?
Yes po.
Clear.
Yes po ako.
Laging.
Okay.
Yes po.
Perfect. Okay, ang attendance natin, everyday to ha, pagpasok nyo, kung dumating kayo ng mas maaga, makita nyo yung batch 2 na nag-language training na sila. Kung trip nyo ng Jumoin, pwede na kayong Jumoin doon. Kung ayaw nyo naman at medyo gusto nyo pang magkape, maghugas ng pinggan, kung anong gusto nyo gawin, okay din lang. But the attendance will always be pinned sa YouTube. So, nandun yung attendance. Nandun yung form pagka may activities tayo na pinagawa ko sa inyo, tapos sinabi ko, submit nyo yung activity dun sa form. Andun yon. And then nandun din yung, if you guys have any questions na, or kuwari, request, coach, pwede ba yung ganito, or anything that needs my attention na hindi nyo, usually chinat nyo na, tapos hindi ko napansin, i-shoot nyo doon at sasagutin ko siya either via private email or email blast kung feeling ko lahat kayo magbe-benefit dun sa sagot. Okay? Parang ang daming late na pasok. Feeling ko ang dami talaga magpo-post ng TikTok tonight. Maswerte yung mga walang TikTok kasi sa Facebook sila magpo-post. So, either way. Okay, wait. Ayusin na natin yung screen natin, ha? Tapos, konting replay tayo. Paano? Naintindihan ko na yung sinasabi ni Ate Lynette na ang hirap ng may ano. Okay, click mo na yung participant. Okay. Paano ayusin yung view? Okay. So anyway, just a quick recap, guys. My name is Mary Rose Lopez Ganson. Alam niyo na kung ano yung tagline ko. Yesterday, we've talked about a couple of things such as what is your greatest motivation and why I ask you to comment it on Instagram or Facebook. I also ask you guys to ask yourself, guys, wag niyong gawa nga tayo ng bagong rule. Wag niyo munang i-populate yung ano wag niyong i-populate yung chat box kasi hindi, pwede ko siyang ilipat, 'di ba? Okay. So, freelancing pros and cons, diniscuss din natin ito. Gusto ko handa kayo kasi ayokong sabihin na perfect ang buhay natin. Kakapost ko lang yan sa TikTok. So, hindi perfect ang buhay ng freelancer. Alam niyo na yan. We've also talked about what a freelancer is, what a virtual assistant is, my personal journey that you may want to follow. If effective sa inyo, good. If hindi tumalab, let's try another path, so to speak. When do you know it's time to switch? We've also talked about different services that you can offer as a freelancer. We've also talked about like the rate that you guys can charge. And again, these are just recommendations. just to give you an overview, if you guys have specializations in your field and you're confident that you can actually offer the client or add value to the client's business, pwede nyo itaas yan. Next would be how to start working from home. Ito yung pinakang magiging guide natin all throughout this week. And then somebody asked me if this week lang ba yung training natin. My answer is yes. However, next week, nakapag-send na kayong lahat ng calendar invite?
Yes po.
Yes
Yes
po.
Done.
Okay. So, next week, hahati-hatiin natin yung group into smaller groups para meron tayong mas personalized ng coaching, mas personalized yung approach because pagka naka-group class tayo, meron diyang medyo mahihiya magtanong, meron dyan na hindi ko na halos nabibigyan ng atensyon at pagmamahal just because ang dami nga nung nasa class, okay? So, ito yung guide natin for this week. The ultimate goal is by Friday, you guys already have almost everything that you need at confidence at lakas ng loob na lang na mag-apply yung kailangan nyo para makapagsimula kayo. Okay?
Okay.
Okay po.
Yes,
Kaya
Coach.
yung magsalita. Sige.
Yes po.
Next.
Okay po.
Sino naman tong nagjo-join na napakahaba na naman ng pangalan? Guys, ayusin niyo yung pangalan niyo sa ano ha. Meron pa ditong ano, ang pangalan ay Don. Hello, Don? Ang pangit pag tinanong kita, hi, are you done? Diba? Ayusin niyo yung pangalan niyo. Okay. So, next is, nandun pa lang tayo. So, day 1 and day 2, sabi ko nga, lalo na may mga call center experience, day 1 and day 2 would probably be boring, but you'd have your aha moments. So, yun yung goal natin na at the very least, meron kayong 1 or 2 learnings na take away every day. So, we've talked about your learning style. Hopefully, last night, you were able to do some self-assessment to check ano nga ba yung learning style ko. Meron din tayong pinag-usapan na roadmap, which is paano nga ba yung magiging roadmap ninyo from this training, transitioning to eventually applying and doing freelancing on your own. And the very first step that we're going to cover would be to prepare yourself. Ang likod ko, tatanggalin ko na yung camera ko. Okay. So, tapos na tayo sa activity 1. Ito yung assignment nyo, creating a business email. And then email management. How did you learn about email? Lipad daw na ako ng lipad. Ano pa? So anyway, email management, a lot of you would have an idea by now how to manage emails. Very simple. Most clients would ask you to feeling ko hindi na ako lilipad dito. Dito tayo sa side. Okay. So baliktad. Si email management, ang coverage niyan is the same way that you manage your emails. Now, if hindi nyo pa pinapractice ito ha, try nyo to. Punta kayo sa email niyo, punta kayo kagad sa spam folder. Sa spam folder, check nyo kung alin doon yung mga valid na emails na dapat nasa inbox nyo, i-move nyo lang siya sa inbox. I-check nyo doon, yung iba kasi, halimbawa ako, client ako, may business ako na iba-iba. Pero iisa yung gamit ko na email. And I need a virtual assistant who'd help me manage my email by categorizing. Hanapin ko na lang mamaya kung paano siyang i-pronounce. Pero alam nyo na yon. Yun yung email management. And the reason why we're going to start, 5 seconds please, sandali. Wala kasi akong script. Sorry naman. Okay, so the reason why we're practicing this is I realized that not many people are familiar on how to manage their email. Merong makalat ang email, merong walang folders ang email. And if you guys haven't started doing this, please start now because it's actually good to have a clean inbox. And it's also part of, your day-to-day task with your client. The next one would be resume building. Ito yung gagawin natin. Yan, ito yung gagawin natin ngayon. Resume building. And then assignment nyo yung social media accounts at social media management. Pag-uusapan natin yun mamaya. But before anything else, I want us to talk about eto tapos na natin to, assignment to. Okay, tapos na rin natin si Canva. Everyone, I want you to confirm lahat kayo na experience nyo na si Canva habang ginagawa
Yes,
nyo yung
coach.
assignment.
Yes,
Yep,
po. Yes,
confirmed.
coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes, coach.
Huwag kayong
Opo.
ma-addict masyado ha kasi ako nung nag-aral ako ng Canva, medyo na-addict talaga ako ng fully.
True.
Yung pagde-design. And then one tip is kung hindi pa kayo naka-pro, ang pro kasi niya is parang 500 plus a month ata. So, kung hindi kayo naka-pro at hindi niyo naman siya feeling niyo gagamitin yung Canva ng mas madalas, pagpipili kayo ng icons, ang pipiliin niyo lang is yung walang nakalagay na pro. Pag may nakalagay siya na pro, may bayad yon. So pag download niyo na siya, sasabihin may bayad na one-time fee or yung fee na for whatnot. So ganon. Next would be, so eto na. For today, ito yung nagawa natin kahapon, 'di ba? May assignment tayo, yung Facebook group, nandoon na kayo. For today, we're going to talk about activity 2. And at the same time, meron tayong, eto muna, si activity 2, meron tayong DISC personality test. Now, it's 6:17. I'm going to give you guys 15 minutes to take the DISC personality test. Now, for batch 2, alam ko na take nyo na to. So, I would recommend just taking it again just to see if consistent yung result. And let's reconvene. Yung mga magagaling nga sa English, tama ba? Reconvene.
Yep, that's right.
Yes po.
Pasensya na, at alam nyo naman, ang hirap talaga. Simula Australia hanggang UK, hanggang US, hanggang Canada kinakausap ko. Pagkatapos pagdating ko dito sa bahay, mag-EMM ako sa mga anak ko ng in Filipino. So, life is amazing.
Yeah, Yuki sounds niya, coach.
Ayoko. Okay. So, guys, eto yung link. Please take it now. And I'll give you guys 15 minutes. Hindi. Magagaling to. May mga call center experience ng mga to. 12 minutes. So, 6:30. Bilisan nyo. Yagyagin nyo na. Huwag nyo nang isipin masyado because the goal of this personality test is hindi yung kung ano yung sa tingin yung sino kayo, kung hindi kung ano yung bigla na lang, ay, eto, dito ko drawn. Go. Link is at the chat box. I'll also post it sa YouTube. Hold on. Ronald, to answer your question, so I cannot submit assignment because the recorded video audio cannot be uploaded due to heavy file. Please Google how to zip file or how to compress video. And then you'll find, you should be able to find a link or two where you can upload and compress your video file, and then you should be able to upload it on our Google form. In or out. Am I in or out? Alam mo na yon. Let's try another link. This one. Try this one. Okay, Kaya said you can use your school email to create a Canva account. I'm gonna check on that. I know because my son's uni, they don't have, taray, uni na ang tawag ngayon ng mga millennials. Nung sa amin, nung college ko, ganyan. College talaga. So anyway, yung university nung anak ko, I don't think they have their personalized like email. Nasa probinsya po kasi ako.
Coach,
Yo,
ito po ba yung may thumbs up, Coach?
yes.
Okay pa. Thank you.
Sure. Mas mabilis no pagka nasa Zoom, tapos diretsong tanong lang kayo. Five minutes. Hashtag no pressure. No pressure. Uso sa team ko yan. Yung mga reps ko na nag-appointment setting. Ano talaga sila. Pangit yung leads, pero ang taas ng expectation ng client. So sabi ko, okay lang yan. Tawag lang ng tawag. Hashtag no pressure. Okay, Anne said, ito daw pala, join Canva Creatives on Facebook. They provide webinars and sometimes they give freebies like 3 months ng free Canva na Pro. Wow, that's good. That's a saving of about 1,500 na oyo. Go kayo doon ha. Check nyo yun. Balikan nyo na lang mamaya yung replay ng ano. Pam, oo, okay yung angle mo. Huwag ka nang ma-conscious. Hindi niya tayo rinig. Pam, rinig mo ba kami? Andyan ka ba, Pam? Sige, ituloy mo yung ano. Feeling ko hindi tayo rinig ni Pam. Ituloy mo lang, Pam, yung pagtitiklop mo. Go lang, girl. Wag mo nang patayin yung camera. Nakakatuwa kaya na ano. Ayan, may baby pa. Let's normalize seeing, ito sinabi ko to sa batch 2 last week. Let's normalize seeing kids and hearing dogs on the background. Unless guys ha, ito, unless naka-ano kayo, interview kayo sa client, syempre, bago kayo mag-dress to impress, ayusin nyo muna yung environment yun. We'll talk about it sometime on day 5. Kagaya niyan, yung nanay ko nag-decide ng maghugas ng pinggan habang nasa training tayo. So, dead man na lang kayo sa Japan sa background noise. Okay. 4 minutes, guys. Ayan, okay. Anne shared the group link na. Join kayo dito sa group na to if you guys are interested to learn more about Canva. I really feel that if you can explore Canva a little more, you can use it sa paggawa ng portfolio. And we'll discuss further towards, the end of today kung paano nyo pa magagamit yung Canva and take advantage of its free options. Ito pa pala, meron pa pala. Teka, Ann, sharing on YouTube. Three minutes. Also, I will coordinate with one of your co-trainees, Edgar Morales. We'll schedule something sometime September, probably, to do the Excel training. Right,
Yes po,
Edgar?
Coach. Opo.
Okay.
Yes po, Coach. Opo.
Ang tawag
I
dun, voluntary,
just sent you or yeah.
Ay, binolunteer na kita.
Chat na lang po if opo, chat lang kung anong gusto niyo. I think Pivot at ang na
Pinakamadalas na
raise
gamit.
na concern, and then but we can have from beginner, advanced and intermediate, and then I'll just consolidate all the YouTube tutorials, and then ayun po, actual tayo. And
Sige.
provide templates and proposal for the parang ano siya, parang structure ng para you can have idea or like ito. Okay.
Tumigil na
Okay.
tumigil yung
Ay,
naintindihan
sorry.
ng utak ko sa pivot actually. O sige, basta ka.
Okay. Basta yung structure ng po ng training, like for example yung topics from beginner, but of course yes, of course parang from beginner, advanced, intermediate, ganun siya. So and consolidate yung lahat ng sa YouTube kung so kung magkapareho lang, iisa ko na lang, and then yung topic na coverage, and then ayun siya. And then I'll send to you parang mga templates para right on hand kapag yung nasa mga laptop, you can parang habang i-explain ko, you can mobilize or somehow you can do it at the same time. Para kasi mas maganda siya pag mapapractice mo siya on the spot.
Ganun. Pero tumigil talaga
Okay
sa
ba?
pivot yung
Any
utak ko.
topic na gusto niyo discuss, let me know, i-research ko or yes po. Ay, sorry.
Tumigil
Okay,
talaga yung utak ko sa
sige
pivot.
ako na bahala. Yes, kailan mo gusto ma-send yung outline, Coach, ng actually sa September din may online din. I mean, for bookkeeping din na na mag-enroll kasi ako for bookkeeping. Opo, bookkeeping.
Nice.
Ayun, and then yes, it's a TBSA, and then ang nila is a batch 8. So ayun, if hopefully in the future we can, pag magaling na ako or kung anong pwede kong ma-send ay ma-share, ayun, if for those na gusto. And then let's lang, pero hindi ako expert ha. In terms sa sa ganun pa.
Yes, we
Dito
all
lang sa local
started.
pa lang.
We all started somewhere. I do remember the time when pag may nagtanong sa akin, paano ka kumikita sa bahay, ang sagot ko lang ay hindi ko rin masyadong alam. Ganun talaga dati. Mga 2010, Nung nauna akong ano, yung akala ng mga tao, nung 2010 guys, share ko lang, ang akala ng mga tao pag sinabi mo nagtatrabaho ka sa bahay ay nagsasayaw ka para kumita ng pera. Sabi ko, dai, wala namang malilibang pag akong sumayaw at yung asawa ko ay bibigyan ako ng pang-enroll sa GeForce, Diyos ko Lord. So anyway, time's up. Now, guys, if you're not yet done, you might just want to listen to this discussion sa background because I want us to just spend some time discovering why disc and knowing your personality would actually help you succeed in the freelancing field. And I know a lot of BPO reps are familiar with the disc profiling because it's part of the hiring process, but you can actually also use it if you wanna know the best path to take bilang isang freelancer. Okay? So there are different matches, so to speak, kapag ka sa desk profiling. Pwedeng super high yung D mo, everything else is balanced. Pwedeng super high yung D at yung C mo, pero everything else nasa baba lang. Pwedeng DI, ID, IS, SI. Nasa screen lahat kung ano yung parang core personality mo. So ako, high D ako at saka high I. So dun ako sa persuasive and bold, which makes me a perfect fit for someone na within sales or management, someone na nagko-convince ng tao. Now, how are you going to identify ano yung magandang match based on your personality? Ano yung magandang work? Di ba nakita na natin kanina kung ano yung maganda na work, ano yung mga work na pwede mong gawin as freelancers. Now that you know your personality, you can actually use it as a form of parang self-assessment kung ano yung bagay sa'yo na field. If you are someone with high D, you actually have this authoritative personality. You like anything that's yung may power, so management, president, founder, CEO, police officer, lawyers, anyone na alam mo yung personality nila is something na talagang bold. Sinasabi nila kung ano gusto nilang sabihin, and as long as it's within their power, they're actually going to use it to persuade someone. It helps na mataas ang D mo if you wanna do sales. And if mataas ang D mo, ang path na pwede mong kunin is sa management. Di ba sa call center kasi, may iba-ibang departamento yan. Merong QA, merong workforce, merong training, at merong operations. So kung ikaw ay this type D, the best path, the best career path for you to take is sa operations. Alright? Now, if you have high I, this personality has strong socialization skills. So meaning, you have this innate friendly personality and you are also creative. You love being around people at mas mahaba at mas malaki yung social battery mo kumpara dun sa mga tao na i-discuss natin mamaya, which is I think S. The best career path or like niche na pwede mong pasukin would be anything artsy, writers, artist, graphic, artist, design. Ito yung mga tao na bagay sa social media marketing, social media management, yung digital marketing would be a good way for you to go. Now, if you are high S, eto naman yung mga personality na mga trainers, yung they have this capability to convince other people na it's okay. Mga therapist, ganyan. Yung think about a therapist, think about a friend, think about someone na makes you feel at ease. Most likely, they have high S personality. Now, these people are good in the medical field, therapy, customer service, phone support, assistant positions, anyone looking to get virtual assistant roles. Ito yung personality that you want to look at. If you have high C, this person wants independence, privacy, hindi sila mahilig makipag-chit-chat. Sila yung mga silent readers sa mga groups. And the thing about people with high C personality is they're looking for explanations sa mga bagay-bagay. They want step-by-step process. They want numbers to support what they think or feel is right. They want something na more of analyzing stuff. Hindi sila nagsasalita pero yung utak nila siguro nakasampung ikot na ang orasan. Ganon na karami yung naisip nila. Now, let me just ask, check natin kung tama ha. And I'm not an expert at this. I just use my knowledge sa disc profiling sa pag-hire ng mga tao. And it could probably help you as well. Kasi, basta alam mo na kung ano yung disc personality mo, mas madali na para sa'yo na i-prepare yung sarili mo to, with freelancing because alam mo kung ano yung mga babagay sa personality mo na trabaho. Let's check with Lancetti. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Lancetti.
Hi, Coach.
Hi, what's your disc profile result?
S po ako.
S? S lang ang
Hello?
mataas or combination siya?
S po yung pinakamataas sa akin.
Tapos anong sumunod na mataas?
po.
SI. You're highly compassionate and empathetic. So you know how to make other people feel supported. You're most likely sa group nyo, you're the most trusted one kasi you keep calm in situations na yung iba medyo nagpa-panic attack na. I feel that someone who has SI personality can be good counselors, teachers, advisors, support specialists, and yun nga yung na-mention ko, therapist. So you may want to consider that. Let's see. Alexandra, Marie? Alex,
Hello.
Marie?
Hello
Hi.
po. Hi. Ano po sa akin? C ang highest, then next po ay S.
Person with CS personality, you're known to have methodological behavior. You're articulate with your words and you don't really show that much of an emotion when it comes to speech. You don't really enjoy much social, situations, but you're open to attending parties. However, you stay in orderly fashion. You're not really someone who talks a lot, but at the same time, you listen well. And based on your personality, you'd be a good scientist, accountant, researcher, and system administrator. So Salesforce, check mo if it's something that you'd be interested in. Probably, possibly, may ganon. Okay?
Okay po. Thank you po.
Sure. Let's check. Justin. Rodenas.
Hello po.
Mm-mm.
Yun sa akin po, high S tsaka D.
SD?
Opo, S tsaka D.
For SD, it's very similar to SC, except you're more on the side na pag nagsalita ka, it's bold. Yung direct to the point magsalita. But at the same time, ayaw mo nang yung ibang tao would feel uncomfortable. So it's kind of a mix of bold personality, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you please others, something like that. So okay ka for customer service, any technical support positions. Kung ayaw mo naman ng voice na position, you'd be good for medical transcription, anything sa medical field.
Okay po, thank you po.
Sure. So guys, yun yung titingnan ninyo palagi sa when it comes to your personality type. Ito yung sinasabi ko na importante na alam mo rin kung ano yung personality type mo, tapos ibabagay mo siya dun sa ina-applyan mo, just because a lot of times people will say, ang dami ko ng application na sinad, hindi naman ako pinapansin or hindi man lang ako na i-interview, or kung wari na-interview ka na, pero yung environment nung ina-applyan mo is talagang yung hyper yung mga tao, maraming anong tawag nito, maraming working sides sa business, pero tapos kailangan may teamwork, pero ikaw nandun ka sa ano, ang personality type mo is type C. So something to think about. Now we have our activity 3, which is resume building. This one you will do in Canva, and when you do your when you create your resume, I need you guys to make sure that you think about the type of work, the type of freelance work that you want to do, and your personality. So, kailangan may personal branding siya. Halimbawa, ako, dito sa example na to, pakita ko ng video para masabi ko sa inyo. So, sa personality ko, andun ako sa side na eto, gusto ko to. Eto, hindi ko gusto masyado. Eto, parang naboboringan ako. Eto, masyado siyang colorful, lalo na kung lalaki. Ganun ang personality ko. I want you guys to go to Canva, type resume. Yan, dito sa taas. O, di ba? Pwede na akong mikot-ikot. Yan. Type resume. And then, eto yung lalabas, yung mga nasa baba. Yan, yung mga examples na yan. Mamili kayo dyan kung alin yung sa tingin nyo speaks volumes about your personality. And then palitan nyo yung mga information including the photo ng information ninyo. I'll give you guys 15 minutes to do that. And then yung batch 2, kung gusto nyo magkape na kayo. Kung gusto nyo mag-practice ulit ng Canva for 15 minutes, sige go. Make sure na yung resume nyo would speak volumes about who you are and where you want to apply. Okay? Any questions?
All good, coach.
Fine.
Wala po.
Okay, go.
Coach, nag-send po ako ng PM.
Sa sino ka? Sino nag-PM? Okay, Dexter?
Next. Yep.
Okay. So your question is where you want to see the result. Teka. Dex, babalikan kita ha. Magsasagot ako ng ng disk profile ko para mapakita ko sa'yo kung saan makikita yung result. Okay?
Okay.
Paano po yung naiba yung result naging C and D? Maricor, she's on YouTube. I'm not sure if she's here. But kasi yung batch 2, nag-take na sila ng disk profile last week. Ngayon, nag-iba daw yung result niya from last week. That means you must have changed something on your behavior or your focus from last week to this week. So halimbawa, dati kang ulit. Ano ba yung dati? Ayun, dating S. So kung dati kang S, guys, gawin nyo na yung resume nyo habang sinasagot yung ibang question. So CS is you make feel comfortable. This is a possibility, Maricar. It could be that last week you're the caring person type, and you really care about how others would feel around you. But then, ayoko namang isisi syempre dito sa training, no? Pero after nung training, na-realize mo na, hey, it's about time that I change my ways, na mas gusto ko na ngayon maging bold because if I want to work as a freelancer, I have to have this type of personality. So, it's possible, pwede ngang the following day, iba na agad yung mo eh. This profiling kasi guys, it's just parang scientific or methodological methodological. Alam niyo na yun. Mapapagalitan talaga ako ni Ate Lynette pag napanood niya yun. Ate na lang yan.
That's okay, coach.
Coach Hinga, coach.
Method.
Me-
Method. Huwag yun na lang sabihin kay Ate
Methodological.
Lynette. Kumbaga yun na lang yun. Alam niyo
Oh,
na.
ganun na lang yun.
Yun yung way of identifying kung ano yung personality mo. So halimbawa dati you're more concerned about making others feel comfortable, you want other people to feel at ease or kalmado sa harapan mo. Kung halimbawa last week nandun ka pa sa yung gusto ko yung aking kapatid ay okay lagi sa yung kapag lalapit sa akin, hihingi ng tulong, ganyan. Tapos biglang napansin mo over the weekend na, teka sandali, eto muna dapat yung focus ko kasi I have my own family. My own family. So dapat eto muna yung focus ko. So pwedeng nagbago ka nung sinagutan mo ulit yung personality test. Na-realize mo na, eto muna, ako muna, kami muna. That's possible. Teka saglit, magsasagot muna ako ng akin. Methodological. Kapag tumaas, D ang mataas, halos pareho tayo. DNS talaga medyo complicated siya. Because ito yung mga tao na pag nagsalita, they're bold. They can actually do sales, but at the same time, kahit na ang focus mo as a freelancer ay makabenta, you still take your time. DS si Mister. Kasi siya ay mapapansin nyo pag nagko-call siya dun sa B2B niya. Nagbebenta kasi sila ng what do you call this? Nagbebenta sila ng mobile ordering app. So kahit na halimbawa ang focus nila is of course makapag-close at makabenta, pag may tinanong si client sa kanya, ang lagi pa rin niyang tendency is tulungan up to a point na nagiging customer service na siya. So, one way to use it, yung DS to your advantage, one way of using it, yari talaga ako pag napanood ni Ate Lynette itong hindi naman siguro yung manonood ng replay nung part 2. Anyway, one way of using this to your advantage is by applying as someone na kung wari ko ay virtual assistant, ito para sa mga gusto mag-call sa akin, kung ay virtual assistant, and then you're gearing towards may commission ng konti, appointment setting, and then at the same time, tutulungan mo yung mga customers mo kung ano nga ba yung magandang diskarte doon sa binibili nilang product or service sa inyo. Yun yung DS. So you're able to do both selling and you're also mataas ang AHT mo, average handling time ng calls mo, because you also want to help. And you want them to feel before
Very
you
true.
even feel like offering yung service, mas inuuna mo yung ano bang problema mo, paano ka namin matutulungan with our service, ganon. Okay din siya. Yung mga matataas ang AHT, kayo ba yan? Naalala ko yung rep ko.
Yes, coach.
Meron akong rep.
D-type.
Yun, D at saka S. Sure. So, naaalala ko yung rep ko na ang taas ng AHT niya. Paano naman si Bakla? Kasi ang hawak namin healthcare. So, ang kausap namin doon, mga doktor, mga nag-verify ng claims and benefits. Si Bakla, chinika talaga niya yung kasi may cancer daw yung patient, hindi daw na-approve yung claim. Problema niya yung cancer ng pasyente, nag-check lang naman kung bakit hindi nabayaran yung claim. I'm like, what the flying pack, ganun.
Coach, di ba pwedeng yung nakapag-move on ako kaya ganun?
Pwede.
Biglang ganun.
Madali nga siyang, nababago nga ang personality type. Alam niyo, hindi ko na nasagutan yung disc. Dali, kalma. Magsasagot ako ng disc ko. Kasi yung disc ko is, nakasave na siya. Matagal, parang last year ko pa siyang tinanong. Dali sagot lang ako ng onte. Okay. Sino dito ang sumagot ng thumbs down sa I tend to be kind? Feeling ko magka-personality tayo. Guys, gawa na kayo ng resume nyo. Nagsasagot din lang ako ng ano ko. Meron pa tayong 9 minutes. Nagtawag nga pala sa akin si Ate Nini. Nag-ano sa akin. Si Ate Nini. Yung pinsan mo. Yung pinsan mo. Nagpapatulong. Meron daw gusto mag-apply sa call center. Sabi ko, tagal ko nang wala sa call center. Akala yan. Sabi ko, work from home na nga ako. Kung ano daw ginagawa ko. Sabi ko, nagtatatumbling, umi-split. Ay, hindi pala ako nakamute. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Yes po, I'm from Quezon Province. Oo, salata sa punto. Mag-i-English na nga ako. Inaano yung punto ko, charot. Saan ka sa Quezon Province? Infanta. Nagbiyahe kami ng motor dyan dati before pandemic. Lagi kami napunta dyan. Masarap yung food nyo. Suman. Yung best friend ko taga Infanta, pero dito nakatira parang mga lola-lola ganyan. Sino pa sa inyo natatawa habang nagsasagot ng this profile?
Me, coach.
May ano, di ba? I never lose my temper. Thumbs down. Kakatawa yung questions. Yung mga nag-thumbs down sa I enjoy competition, hindi kayo nag-iisa.
Raise your hand, coach.
Okay, 5 minutes, guys. You guys might find this funny, but I'm not really a friendly person in real life. Like since high school, I only have 5 group of friends. Literal na yung friends ko ngayon, simula high school, sila rin lang yung friends ko.
Ay, mabuti ka nga, coach, my friend. Ako nga, wala eh.
Laban lang, be.
Hindi talaga ako friendly. Hindi pa sociable. Ano ba yan?
Meron ditong question, people find my company stimulating. Anong stimulating?
Nakaka-intriga daw, coach.
Tinanong mo rin to, no? No. No. Okay. No. No. Ito si Dexter, pinahirapan ako. Kapag sagot tuloy ako ng akin. Puro sagot ko no. Hindi naman pwedeng isang thumbs down. Pwedeng 5 thumbs down dapat, diba? Ayuting. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. 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 No. Yes. I'm very daring. Be aggressive. Trying to see me as no. Motivating. Two minutes, guys. Okay, so Dexter, after you answer yung mga thumbs up, thumbs down, you click on next, and then it'll ask if you're a male or a female. It'll ask for your age. It'll ask where you're from. Philippines, my educational. Guys, my educational level, hindi pa ako nakagraduate ng college, but I took Bachelor of Science, BS Biology. Hindi ako nakatapos ng college. So sa mga nagtatanong ko, kailangan nakatapos ng college para mag-start na mag-work from home? No. Okay, and then after nun, pag nasagutan mo na yun, pag nasagutan mo na siya, Dexter, may lalabas na, share ko tong screen na to. May lalabas na ganito. So, eto yung, ay sandali, at nawala. Zoom. So, may lalabas na ganito sa wall nyo. Kita nyo ba? Sorry. Anong nakikita nyo sa...
Nakikita ka ta, coach. Ganyan. Ay,
Ganyan yung akin, coach.
Yan.
ABC, pagkatapos,
Ako ay D, high D, at saka I. Hindi nagbago yung sa akin. So anyway, stop sharing na. Yan. Tapos share ko ulit yung kanina. Advance, back, share. Siyempre, babalikan ko yung lahat ng ano.
Kasi coach, ang nakikita ko will be ABCD. Wala yung DS.
Sa baba,
Okay,
makikita
okay.
mo may reference A, B, C. Tapos, yun, mataas yung D, which is dominance. Tapos, ano yung sumunod? Influence. D-I-S-C siya.
Hindi. Nakita ko na.
Kita mo na?
So it will be
Anong sayo?
compliance tsaka dominance yung lumabas sa akin.
Okay, so DC ka rin. Yung kanina nga in-explain ko. Wait lang Sige, check ko anak, sandali. Yon, yung kanina na DC na pinag-usapan natin. I-forward ko na lang tuto yung galing sa Inverga sa email mo. Yung 3 Z. Di pala ako nakamute, sorry. Sorry. Sorry akin. Ano yun? Yung anak ko. Gamit sa shoe. Okay, so kung DC ka, yung ina-explain ko kanina, ano ba yung ina-explain ko kanina?
DS po.
DS ba yun? Okay. So kung ikaw ay DC, your personality type, you seldom enjoy social situations. May mga araw na mas gusto mo na tahimik lang. May araw naman na open ka to socialize for business-related purposes. Sabi dito, cold conversationalist. Tapos, ang mga bagay sa iyo na position is more on operations. So, management, director, officer, attorney. You have a very strong personality. But at the same time, you're also willing to adjust for other people. You always come off as rude and controlling, but in reality, you're just direct and straightforward. I hope it makes sense. Bagay ka mag-manage ng tao. But at the same time, mag-gear ka towards, mag-ano ka, medyo, kung gusto mong i-balance siya, lambutan mo ng konti yung personality mo para mas maging effective na manager ka. Okay, time's up. 7:03 na,
Thanks.
guys. Let's check. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Our activity is to create a resume. Now, I will give you guys an example. Filter ko, alam niyo na. Salamat, filter. I'll give you guys an example of what it's like to create an effective resume and cover letter that you can use when you want to start working from home. And unlike if mag-a-apply ka sa corporate jobs na 5 pages, go for the gold, lahat nandun. Sa work from home kasi, we wanna keep it as short and concise as possible just because you would not really have the chance to explain everything kapag 5 pages yung sinubmit mo na resume. Now, here's my resume. Last week, pinakita ko lang siya as screenshot, pero ngayon, nakaano na siya. Dahil tinanggal ko na rin yung name ng, kung gusto nyo na lang makita yung pangalan ng company, balikan nyo na lang yung, what do you call this? Yung last week na recording. But, what I did was, nung ginawa ko tong resume na to, and mamaya re-reviewin ko yung sarili kong resume kasi ang dami ko ng side comments ngayon para sa sarili kong resume. Una, I have my picture kasi pag nag-apply ka as freelancer, you want your client to know how you look like. You want them to parang like visually have an idea of how you look like. And you want people to have a better overview of who you are in real life. Okay? And then, you also want to have a tagline. You only, guys, if you're going to apply as someone who works from home, sandali lang ha. You want your client to have a quick overview of who you are, what can you do, what value can you add to the company. So you want to have your photo, you want to have your name, you want to have a tagline of the services that you're offering, a quick overview of who you are, what do you do on your spare time, you can add it here, pero sobrang maliit lang because again, you only have 5 seconds to get their attention. You also want to show them work experience, pero I would highly recommend you just put something na more than a year. Ngayon, kung ikaw ay estudyante, wala ka pang dating work experience, what you can put here ay yung mga seminars na attendan mo. And in any case na wala kang na-attendan na seminars or webinars, you can actually put here your portfolio samples. So yung mga sample work na pwede mong ilagay dyan. Pero yan lang space na yan. And then you want them to know your qualifications, soft skills, hard skills, nandito. And then your contact number. Now, let's review my resume real quick here para may idea kayo kung paano na ako gumawa dapat ng resume ngayon. And this is, I created this last year. So kung i-coach ko yung sarili ko, ano yung mga kailangan baguhin dito? Una sa lahat, ida-darken ko ng konti yung pagka-pink niya para lang mas eye-catching. Aayusin ko yung font, babawasan ko yung branding, yung icon. Eto okay pa rin sa akin to. Eto marami akong pwedeng idagdag, pero depende sa ina-applyan ko. I'd probably have like another slide just to let them know na okay, if you're interested, I created another slide. And then qualifications, good na. So babawasan ko lang yung branding. Later on, I need you guys to submit yung activity nyo. Again, the link is on YouTube. Mamaya nyo na i-submit because sama-sama yun sa assignments nyo. Now, I want us to talk about cover letter. Nandito kasi siya. So sa cover letter, I actually have 2. And the reason why I had you guys take the DISC profile or DISC personality test is I want you guys to add it here. Yes, there are a lot of clients po who are interested and are still using DISC profile or personality test as part of their hiring process. Let's talk about the long, yung long cover letter dito. So what I have sa long template, magkabaliktad siya kasi gawa ng space ha, pero sa template, ang pinakang simple na template na pwede nyong gawin would be greetings, which is sa akin, hello. Express your interest. Ang sa akin, this job piqued my interest. And then, why did it catch your interest? Correlate an experience. So, ang nilalagay ko dito, insert related experience to sa job post. So, halimbawa, ang ina-applyan ko is, I am applying as, sabihin na lang natin na mag-apply ako dito sa company na to. So, I have over, ano ba safest na na number? Or I have several years of management experience in the BPO industry. Tapos, diretso na kagad. So, teka, may question. Magkaiba ba yung proposal sa cover letter? It's the same. Kaya lang kapag ka-agency ka, ang proposal, mas mahaba na siya. Mga 2 or 3 pages of what you can offer. Pero kung hindi ka naman yung hindi ka agency, hindi ka like business to business yung applyan mo, hindi yung business mo, mag-apply ka na. Cover letter is a much better term for me. So, after nun, maglalagay ka ng mga work-related experience or seminars na na-attendan mo based dun sa ina-applyan mo. Ako, naka-template to, but usually tinatanggal ko yung iba. So halimbawa, kung hindi naman siya real estate or hindi siya related to transaction coordination, tatanggalin ko yan. Kung hindi siya related to sales, tatanggalin ko yung iba. Alam niyo yon? Nagigets niyo ba yung idea ng cover letter. May canned notes kayo, but you have to personalize it based on the job post. Now, after nun, you can add a few lines on how you can add value to their company. You have to make sure na yung cover letter nyo will be short and concise. Hindi yung mahaba pa na meron pala akong video nito. Send ko na lang sa inyo later kung interesado kayong panoorin. Pero may nakita kasi ako na gumamit ng highfalutin word. It's like ganun ah. It's like wow, mga ganun. Ang problema natin kapag gumamit tayo ng highfalutin words, is pag in-interview tayo at hindi tayo ganun kagaling sumagot or hindi tayo gumagamit ng malalalim na English, malalaman kaagad nung recruiter na ay, template lang yon. Kapag gumamit kayo ng malalalim na words, minsan hindi na rin interesado yung nagre-review ng profile nyo. So may mga ganon. Now, the next item that you want to put on your cover letter, sa long cover letter nyo, would be a link to your resume. And you can do this via Canva. Pag i-click nyo sa task print as website, i-google nyo, Google or YouTube nyo na lang kung paano. You can also record a video na binabasa yung cover letter nyo, and may activity tayo para dito. You can also add your speed test. May activity din tayo dito later para malalaman nyo kung saan nyo makukuha yan. And then your personality test, you can upload it on Google Drive. May activity din tayo later kung paano nyo magawa yan. And then yung Skype ID nyo. Skype ID is, I think, isa sa oldest pero still being used in the industry para makipag-communicate kay client. Pero lately, napapansin ko, they're gearing towards WhatsApp, Viber. Nandun na sila sa point na yon. And then, supposedly itong hopefully we'll hear back from you. Dapat mas maigsi na lang yan. Pero nilagay ko na rin dyan para lang may idea kayo kung ano pa yung pwede nyong gamitin. But the last part should be a call to action. So, yung call to action, usually yung ginagamit ko ito na, let's talk. This is effective. But the shorter one is also effective. And let me tell you an example of how I discovered na ang short cover letter pala, especially sa Upwork online jobs, ay effective din. So itong short cover letter, effective siya sa Upwork. Itong long cover letter, effective siya sa online jobs. Because sa online jobs, makikita ni client yung buong message. Same thing with Upwork, pero mas malaki yung view. Wala pala akong example. Sana pala, wala akong screenshot guys pero iba yung view ng Upwork, maigsi lang siya, so kailangan pang mag-scroll ni client versus if you're going to apply in online jobs na malaki na talaga yung view niya. So yun lang naman. And then, sa short cover letter, I also have experience na ang nangyari was, nakita ko siya, parang 7 o'clock ng umaga, patulog na ako. Naghanap siya ng manager for her Instagram account. And then, I'm looking for someone who has management experience. Sumagot lang ako kasi nakita ko siya sa phone lang ako nag-apply eh. Hi, this job piqued my interest. I have this number of years as a call center and office manager. Let's talk. Yun lang talaga yung nilagay ko. Nag-reply siya kagad after 5 minutes. Tapos yung after nung reply niya, wala nang interview, diretsong job offer na. So, effective siya. Sabi ko, ay, totoo pala ang balita kasi may mga client na wala na silang oras para i-review pa yung mapahaba yung napakahaba yung resume. So, that's one thing to consider. And ang lagi ko sinasabi, yung pag-a-apply ninyo, and later on, may activity tayo, I think tomorrow yon. May activity tayo na makikita nyo na ang application is a combination of a little bit of luck, which I don't really believe in, but hey, kung hindi ka maswerte, 'di ba? A little bit of luck, timing plus motivation. Yun din yung sinasabi ko sa mga reps ko when it comes to selling. It's all about timing and motivation. It's all about how you present yourself. We'll talk about how you can use your cover letter during your interview or during your application tomorrow, kasi yun na yung activity natin bukas is mag-ano na tayo, mag-start na tayo ng preparing your equipment, which involves resumes, your computer, and your profiles. May assignment din kayo about this. Now, merong sinabi si Vincent, okay lang po pa-repeat kung ano yung nilagay nyo. Doon sa in-applyan ko na short cover letter, nilagay ko lang, hi, this job piqued my interest. I have this number of years managing the call center, yan, i-reply mo na lang, nahirapan ako eh. I have this number of years managing the call center, parang ganun. Wait, hi, this job piqued my interest. I have this number of years as a call center manager, an office manager. Let's talk. Yun lang talaga. Kasi nakita ko lang naghahanap siya ng office manager. So ginamit ko yung mismong words niya, sinabi ko na may experience ako doon, and then call to action kagad. Any questions about cover letter? Raise your hand. Raise your hand, guys. Yan, may chat. You're welcome. Any question about the cover letter?
Coach,
Go.
paano po pag di naman gaano kadami yung experience mo, tapos di ka naman parang sa school dati, di ka naman masyadong sumasali sa mga activities or iba-ibang bagay, Coach. Paano yun? Paano namin gagawing interesting yung cover letter namin pag ganun?
Aim for something that's short and then create a portfolio. Gamit ka ng Canva or kung saan kang comfortable. Gawa ka ng portfolio. Ano ba yung i-offer mo na service? Doon mo ibagay or doon mo ibase yung portfolio na gagawin mo. When we talk about portfolio, yun yung mga work samples. So, manggawa ka ngayon ng imaginary client. Hanapin mo kung sino ba yung ideal client para sa akin. Gawa ka ng sample work para sa kanila. I-add mo yun dun sa portfolio mo. And then, ang cover letter mo short lang. Hi, this job got my interest. Paano ba i-phrase yun? I created this portfolio that you can check so you can verify if I am a good fit. Let's talk. Julian.
Ano po, Coach, paano po pag halimbawa po wala ka namang experience dun sa ina-applyan mo pero gusto mo siyang applyan. For example po, transcribing, kunwari lang po. Tapos, syempre kagawa ka po ng cover letter. Ano po yung maisasuggest nyo na pwede mong ilagay dun even though wala kang experience dun sa ina-applyan mo?
Punta ka sa YouTube, maghanap ka ng ideal na niche. Halimbawa, ang gusto mo na niche is medical transcription. Punta ka sa YouTube, hanap ka ng medyo mahaba-haba, let's say 1 hour na video, i-transcribe mo yon, i-add mo sa portfolio mo, tapos yun ulit, i-replay nyo na lang yung stream natin mamaya para malaman yung sentence. But, hi, this job got my interest. I am let them know kung ano, I am a third-year college student, halimbawa, taking up ganyan. Please check my portfolio here. Let's talk.
Thank you po, thank you po.
Sure. You can also use the word internship. I'm looking for internship because they know that interns don't have that much experience yet but are looking to learn at the same time earn.
Thank you po.
Next. You're welcome. Pam.
Coach, may tanong lang ako. Maganda bang ilagay din sa cover letter na halimbawa corporate employee ka? Tapos, I'm on the process of transitioning of being a freelancer. Pwede po ba yun? Hindi ba siya negative or impact sa applyan?
Hindi naman siya negative, pero wag mo nang sabihin na you're in the process of transitioning. Anong ginagawa mo sa corporate world?
Call center.
Call center. So, anong account? Huwag mo na lang sabihin yung pangalan, pero anong niche?
Ano po, technical support.
Technical support for computer, software.
Ano po, TV, internet, VoIP, emails.
Okay. So, pwede mong sabihin na, ano ba maganda? Teka, nag-iisip ako ng magandang English na term ha. Ano na?
Dish account.
May nahula ng accounts. Okay. So, pwede mong ilagay na, hi, inuulit ko talaga yung ano ha, yung para may idea kayo nitong sandali. Tama ba yung turo ko? Ililipat ko ulit yung sarili ko, guys. Wait lang, nalilibang talaga ako dito at natutunan ko to sa TikTok. Yan. So, ito, inuulit ko yung isang buong yan para lang may idea kayo kung paano nyo i-phrase ha. So, hello, this job piqued my interest. I have put the number of years of technical support experience for tapos yung sinabi mo kanina without mentioning the name of the company. Let's talk. At maigsi yun kung gusto nyong pahabain yung cover letter nyo, that's okay. If you're good with words, that's okay. If you're not good with words, you want to try the short template. And then just add yung, move ko ulit yung sarili ko, yan, links. Make sense?
Opo, coach. Thank you po. Thank you po.
Sure thing. Anyone else? Guys, we'll have our chance to talk more in details about your work experience. I'll let you know. Kakapost ko lang nito. I'm not a fan of fancy titles, but I can help you translate your current work experience to something with a fancier or parang mas mabangong tunog that you can use online, because in reality guys, ang ginagawa na natin sa labas, halimbawa sa call center, hindi natin nare-realize na yun na pala yun until ayun na, ito pala yung gagawin. Halimbawa kagabi naka-live ako. So yung nagpa-power hour ako pag ginagawa ko yung appointment setter na work ko. Appointment setting siya for an automotive company, yung mga shops. May nakapanood sa akin, yan nga ba yung pangalan? May nakapanood sa akin sa live, sabi niya, para ka rin palang CSR or TSR, pero sa bahay ka nagtatrabaho, which is true. Wala pong pinagkaiba. May dialer din kami. Kung ewan ko kasi nung unang panahon, gamit pa naming tawag ay soft phone. Instead of using the word soft phone, we call it sa labas dialer, but it's pretty much the same. Sa loob, merong gumagamit ng Citrix, yung mga system na nandun yung pangalan at information ng customer or ng kausap ninyo. Ang tawag namin dun sa labas, at actually yun din yung tawag sa loob, pero hindi lang siguro madalas pang nami-mention, pero ang tawag dun CRM. Customer ransom mention. I-google na lang ninyo mamaya. Any more questions? Guys, raise your hand. Don't be shy.
Nine.
Wala na? Okay, let's take a break for 6 minutes. And then when you guys get back, we will have 2 guests. They have call center experience and they're now doing appointment setting, one of which has just been promoted as a team manager. Galing siya sa call center ngayon, nung nasa call center siya, rep siya, nag-apply siya sa work from home, naging appointment setter siya, kasama siya sa team ko. And then eventually, na-promote siya as team manager. And they'll be here around 7:30. So magtimpla muna kayo ng kape and we'll see you in a bit. Bye. Bye. Later. Pwede naman kayo Oo, Yossi, break muna. Pwede namang wag na kayong lumabas dito. Papapasukin ko na lang sila mamaya. Alright? Yossi muna, tsaka kape siya. And we are back. Our guests are joining. Everyone's here.
Yes,
Yes po.
coach.
All right.
Yes,
So
coach.
I need everyone to go on mute because we now have our guest speaker, Albert Solyesa and Ivy Vega. Taray! Introduction. So we have Albert Solyesa here. Let me spotlight you for everyone. And wait, where's Momsh? Okay, let's start with you first, Abet. Can you tell us uh well, let's start with a quick introduction. Can you tell us your name, what you do, and a little bit about your work experience, highlighting anything that revolves freelancing?
Hi everyone, my name is Albert, and I started my career way back 2012. I was of the BPO industry, um, customer service. It all began, and then um, uh, I switched or changed companies from year to year, and then eventually I decided to um, change career by working at home since the beginning of the pandemic. That was March. Because of the lockdown, it changed my mind, and instead of working inside the office, um, I brought to my attention that, oh, hey, I can actually work at home. So why not just do it at home, having the convenience of working and being at home at the same time. So that's when I have uh, talked to Mary about joining her team before. But before that, I used to be part of a retentions group in Ortigas. Basically, we help consumers retain their contracts. But now, working at home as a virtual assistant, it made me open up to more challenges or more things, especially being adaptive to changes. That's one of the best or one of the things that you need to have if you wanted to work from home. Because unlike that of changes in the BPO industry, changes here are very drastic. Like one thing you have this, and then tomorrow it's going to be different. So that's one of the things that you guys might want to take note, being adaptive or adaptability. um I think that's one of the things that I can share. Am I speaking?
Taray! Mia, so we have Miss Ivy Vega. Can you tell us? Wait, formal. Hi, Ivy. So tell us something about you, and can you give us some tips, anything that we can learn from you guys about freelancing?
Hello there, everyone.
Energy.
You like that? Well, I'd like to everyone know that I am, you know, this jolly person ever since I met Mary, I'm already like this. So this is something that this is actually the number one takeaway that you can have from me when it comes to doing call center experience or call center industry. You have to be as jolly as I could.
So
Anyway,
positive.
exactly. Well, for the learnings, and I would actually say takeaways from me, guys. Just to let you know, I've been doing BPO for 8 years since 2013, but I've started with the work from home just around 2 years ago, and I've started with Mary. So when I actually started with Mary and when I met her, um,
Kinakabahan ako sa sasabihin mo.
nawala. Nawala. So when I met Mary, when actually we didn't know each other. Super um strangers. And then when we started with being friends first, and then becoming a manager agent relationship, and then so and so forth, we've met each other. Everything has changed when it comes to me as looking into the work from home. But um, I only got 5 tips for you guys. First is make sure that you separate work time from personal time. I know that we are on at home, but the number two would actually be connected to number one, wherein get yourself a space. I know that when you start with work from home or with a virtual assistant job, you don't have any space. I actually started at the kitchen. So I started at the kitchen. I moved to the living room. I went to the terrace outside because of the internet. But now I already have my own space. I already have my own room inside my room beside my
Dad.
bed. And with the towels here that is blurred, this is my room. So separate yourself, and then if you have the skills of doing time management, do so. As time goes by, you'll be able to know how you would be able to, manage your time with the kids, with the family, with going out, and especially what you have to do when you're at work with your own space. Next one would be, um, since you are just beside your bed, get yourself a rest. Make sure that you have enough rest. I know we in the BPO industry, 5, 6 hours of sleep would actually be enough. But since you're at home, get yourself a rest. If you say resting is going outside and having a coffee, then do so. Sleeping is part of resting, but if going on a coffee outside would actually be a rest for you, just like me, then do so. And lastly, be yourself. When I actually became part of Mary's team with Albert, um, Albert and I was actually so much with being an agent. And then when I got promoted, I still have Albert with me, and our relationship is not team leader and agent. We are still friends. We are still, I am still the Ivy that they knew. However, I just have the powers because I am a team leader. But going with that path would actually be the goal that you wanted to look at, especially when you are working from home. That's all for me, Mary.
Nagsulat ka, Albert.
Wow.
Rest daw.
Rest. Ano yun?
Okay, so most of these guys, actually, dalawang batch to, most of them, I think yung nandito ngayon is yung mga may call center experience. And then we
Okay.
tried learning more about yung first step, which is prepare yourself. So sabi ko, the best people to be like my first few guests would be those na talagang from call center to working from home, ano yung transition. Ano yung pinakamahirap na pinagdaanan nyo during transition?
Sino ba?
Ladies first, Albert.
Go.
Ikaw muna, Ben.
Ako, since well, we all started from nothing, right? So when I was asked if I have an experience, I just said yes. So that part, I literally fake it till I make it. So the transition was really not that smooth, but it's a trial and error phase. Parang you need to learn, or you need to commit mistakes muna and then learn from it. Be sure at, sa process matuto ka. Okay lang na magkamali ka. Pero while you're learning, make sure na I do have notes kasi. So I take notes and then I make sure that I learn from those mistakes. So eventually, na-master ko yung mga dapat gawin, especially nung nag-start na ako. Actually, pa 1 year na ako sa company. So, ayun. It's a sign.
Congratulations.
Ayun. So that's one of the best things that you can do kapag nagta-transition ka. Take note of your every progress. Kasi it helps you a lot sa mastery.
Ikaw, Mi, anong pinakamahirap sa transition?
Well, for me, to tell you honestly, I resigned with my office-based call center on 2018, but I was hired from work from home after a year. So within that 1 year, the changes for me was really drastic, actually. Apply dito, apply doon, resume dito, resume doon, up until to the point that Mary called me, and then I asked myself, kailan ba ako nag-apply dito? Ganon.
Sino ba to?
Sino ba tong tatawag ng 2 a.m.? Ganon.
Ginagawa ko pa rin naman siya. Consistent ako. Consistency
Oo.
is key.
Ganon. So, ganon yung naging changes ko. And then, however, the work that's going on a night shift, on a graveyard shift, is something that's really normal to me. But the point of having 3 kids, ages 12 to 4 and 2, would actually be one of the challenges as well. Um, there was also a time na yung husband ko was have to skip on going on his work just to take care of the kids and all that such. But from working in the office and working from home, I would say sobrang sarap. Kasi wala ng traffic, hindi na ako pupunta ng Alabang from Cavite, wala ng van. Sobrang na-enjoy ko talaga. That's why up until to this point, it's already been more than a year for me, and I already have few clients on myself. So nandun lahat ng changes, oo, pero ang sarap. Yun dun ko siya describe, ang sarap mag-work from home.
Ma'am, paano yung 1 year? Talagang asa kay Mr. muna tayo sa finances?
Yung 1 year, asa sa mami. Ganun.
Ay, talagang, hello mama, ako nga pala.
Ma, penging ulam. Ganon.
Okay, so we have, guys, I'm opening the floor for any questions that you might have. But we have a question here. Kailangan ba mag-resign kagad?
That's a good
Sige,
question.
Hindi ko sasabihin yung pangalan mo.
Well, for me, ako kasi kami ng asawa ko, may prinsipyo kami na bago ka umalis sa isang job, kailangan meron na agad kapalit. But it didn't happen to me. Kasi I resigned with the previous job 2018. Wala akong laptop. Wala akong internet. So, nag-resign ako, nagkaskas ako ng laptop, tapos nag-apply. That's why it took me 1 year. Pero if you'll have the chance to apply bago ka mag-resign, then do so. That's the good, I would say to myself, that's actually the good strategy. But lalo na kung wala kang mapenging ulam, kapag wala kang ganun, wag.
True.
Ganun sa akin.
Ikaw, Abet, anong take mo when it comes to pwede bang hindi mo na mag-resign?
I would say secure mo muna yung lilipatan mo, or at least make sure na yung papasukin mong industry is prepared ka na. Like, yun nga, meron ka ng laptop or working computer, or kung hindi man matuloy agad yung plan B mo, at least meron ka pang plan C. Like, yung katulad nun sabi ni Madam Ivy na ganyan, pero
tigilan mo ko, hindi ka sa kapitbahay nang ihingi sa kabilang kwarto. Okay,
pero,
wait. Meron tayong question from...
Okay.
Hindi, ito mo ng mga naka-raise na hand. Go, dahil Albert din ang pangalan niya, unahin ko siya. Albert first, and then we have Dexter next. Go.
Okay.
Question po regarding compensation. So, paano siya, compared to BPO, mas ano ba siya, rewarding kapag nag-work from home? Ay, umuon na si Mary, so okay na yun.
I-reveal ko ba to, Mary?
Well, to be more honest, yes. Pero it depends pa rin
To be
sa
more
client.
honest, yes.
It depends pa rin sa client. Yeah. May mga clients kasi na parang yung mga naunang batch, iba yung rate, tapos eventually, pero very rewarding siya, to answer your question. It's just that in terms of compensation, ikaw na lang yung manual na magbabayad, like statutory, like SSS mo, pag-ibig. So
Ayun pala yung tamang English doon. Alam mo, nung last week ko pa iniisip yung tawag sa SSS PhilHealth at tawag nila government. Hindi ko na lang iniimik yung terms. Anong pangalan?
Statutory benefits or statutory benefits.
Tama.
Sige.
Ayun.
Did that answer your question? Oo. Actually, kanina gusto kong imikin yung methodological. Pass.
Pass at all.
Next. So, okay, happy ka ba, Albert?
Yes, satisfied naman po sa sagot.
Okay.
Perfect.
But let's go back to sa sabi ni Ivy. Si Ivy, 1 year siya. na maanong ulam. Yun na lang pala ang term natin doon. So 1 year siya na maanong ulam. Si Albert naman, Albert, gano'ng kakatagal na nabakante before mag-start yung client mo?
Parang from Ortigas, I went home sa Lucena ng July 5th. Tapos nag-apply ako. Natanggap ako August, pero September 1 ako nag-start. The thing there is, someone backed me up to provide a laptop. So I'm very fortunate to have my laptop now. Though binabayaran ko pa din siya. So yun nga, kung kaya naman na magkaroon agad ng mga ganong let's say resources, why not? Pero kung hindi pa kaya, I would say wag muna mag-resign. Pero kung alam mo yun, kung hindi na talaga kaya ng mental health nyo, at
I
saka,
always say that. I
Oo.
always say that sa
Kasi
training.
before ako umalis sa, just to share it with you guys, nakatira ako sa Ortigas, sa 4-star hotel ako, naka-accommodation yung company namin.
Yung kasi pandemya na to.
Oo, pandemic na siya. And then 6 months na ako nasa hotel. Imagine that. Feeling rich.
Hashtag.
Hashtag feeling rich na. Kasi 6 months na ako nasa 4-star hotel. Tapos lahat, libre food, libre lahat, everything. Tapos buo pa yung sweldo. Pero it came to a point na naging toxic yung work kasi naging very demanding yung nature ng work, aside from the fact na pinsang buo ni Lucifer yung dati kong supervisor. So, ayun, hindi pa rin siya maganda kung talagang nasa-sacrifice yung mental health. Pero yun na nga, don't do it kapag hindi niyo pa kaya. Pero pag mental health na pinag-uusapan, I think it's about time.
Correct. Hindi mako-compensate ng kahit na gaano pa kalaking sahod at gaano pa ka-fancy yung title mo, pagka mental health na tinamaan. Halimbawa, nag-iiba-iba na ang kulay ng buhok mo. Pag nag-iba-iba na yung kulay ng buhok mo, it's time.
Correct. It's
I
a sign.
remember that.
The red, and then
may-
the blue, and then the violet, and the green. Mag-resign ako, back to black na ako. Normal na tao na ulit tayo. Okay, question here. I thought, si Dexter muna, and then I'll go to the other question. So Dexter, go.
Okay, question lang po. Just to share, I am a call center agent before, tenured agent, master of disaster, and battered agent. So from telco to technical support for QuickBooks, and then I shifted to chat with 6 concurrent boxes. So I need to split my head like for six times just to assist those customers.
Okay ka lang
So,
sana,
but
Dexter. Diyos ko. Sakit.
Buhay ka pa, Char?
Dexter, okay ka pa ba?
Resibo ng save.
I'm still okay, but I shifted to back office, email support, and then order processing, back to voice, business customers. What happened here is that based on my experience, I know that you already shared that most call center agents doesn't want voice accounts anymore.
Correct.
Because of the
pagod.
experience. Okay, but what happened here is that I myself is no longer confident with the way I project my voice, like the energy from Ivy. I don't take calls like that. More on the relaxed side.
Okay
And then
lang yan.
what happened here is that for more than a year, I'm not working anymore because I was both eyes were operated with for cataract removal. So and then the company is, I cannot see clearly. I have a blurred eye. I didn't have my glasses. 3 weeks after the surgery, but the company's already making parinig. Because especially our senior team captain is for promotion. So mental health is the issue.
Yun na lagi yung tatandaan. Kapag kayo ay nagkasakit at ang unang concern ng supervisor nyo or ng team lead niyo is numbers nila, they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly.
And if
So
that
I
is the
left
case, I'd rather, yes, correct, leave the company.
So I left the company without any plans. although with emergency funds. So
Sana
what
all.
I'm actually
That's good.
thinking is, will
Mhm.
the options that I have, since I already have some free trainings on social media managing,
Mhm.
slight SEO, more on, but I'm concentrating on the graphic side,
Okay.
on the editing, video and photo editing.
Nice.
Will there be a good, will I be a good match as a social media manager?
Yes. First and foremost, having the vast experience in the call center industry puts you in a position that you can actually answer ng napakaganda when it comes to the interview process. Secondly, you're attending seminars and webinars. I highly recommend sa day 3 or day 4 natin, makikita mo kung saan ka pwede mag-apply. Ituturo ko sa iyo kung paano yung i-filter na social media management yung makikita mong applications. But yes, huwag ka na mag-intay na magkaroon pa ng huwag ka na maghintay na magkaroon ka pa ng parang sign. If you're looking for a sign on when you want to start applying, this is the sign. Let me be the sign. Let us be the sign.
Correct.
Amen.
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 Okay, so we only have a couple of minutes. I have a couple of questions to answer here. Coach, how about taxes? Wala pa naman ata ngayong batas about paying taxes, but I do pay my taxes. I have a video on my TikTok account. Check mo na lang yon para mas mabilis yung sagot, but I hired someone to do my taxes for me. Ako basic pay lang, pero yung stress pang CEO, girl, no. Ako yung buho ko nagbabago go. Tama lang talaga na ipursu kong freelancing. Yes, ang toxic, I feel for you. Kahit sa freelancing may toxic. Yeah.
Yes, may
Can I get a
politics.
amen? Okay, go.
Amen.
Bet.
Okay, so
Bet.
kahit sa freelancing may toxic, it's all up to you kung hanggang saan at kung hanggang kailan. Naka-work from home ako bago ako umalis. Umabsent lang ako ng 2 times kasi emergency. Pinatapon agad ako sa back office. Siguro yun yung way nila of handling people. Coach, magmamatter po ba yung 1 year ng experience? Yes. 1 year na experience lang daw BPO? Yes.
Yes.
Toxic everywhere? Yes. Sagot ko, okay,
Actually, oo,
Biham.
nasa ano
everywhere?
naman eh. It's everywhere naman.
May nag-raise ng hand kanina na wala ulit. Sino yun? Nawala sa paningin ko. Sorry naman, hindi ko natawag agad.
Kuya
Okay. Ikaw, okay. So one last question before we let our guests go. Go. Sino ka? Magsalita ka.
Sinagot niyo na po, Coach, yung
Sinagot ko.
magmamatter po yung year of experience. Like,
Okay.
1 year lang siya or like 1 year and months, ganun po siya.
Yes, totoo yun.
Oo.
Edgar, I saw you raise your hand.
Yes po, Coach. Bale, ask ko lang kasi more on sa call center po yung mga na-enhance niyo po. So, I mean, na-highlight. How about sa ano po, sa accounting or sa
Yes.
bookkeeping po? Clear? Okay.
Ivy is a graduate of office management ni? Tama ba?
Yes.
And you can actually use accounting, lahat ng work na meron ka or lahat ng seminars na na-attendan mo before ka mag-transition to freelancing, yun yung gagamitin mong foundation to apply because eventually, pagpasok mo sa freelancing at you get to test the waters, malalaman
yes.
mo kung ano yung, para lang yung paghahanap ng love. Makaka-encounter ka ng napakaraming uri ng, may side comment pa si Mr. Mamaya yung comment mo, ito muna. Hugot to eh. Marami kang mararanasan na maling tao, pero kailangan mo maranasan yun para mahanap mo yung perfect fit para sa'yo.
PNF.
Para sa'yo. Tama ba?
Thank you,
So,
Coach. Thank you
malalaman
so
mo.
much.
Gamitin mo lang
Yes.
kung ano yung foundation, yung work mo sa labas. If ever po ba, may daming side comments, experience is the best teacher daw. Ayaw naman lumabas sa video. So, if ever po ba nakunin namin customer service as a freelance, may option po ba na makakuha kami ng non-voice o majority is voice? Okay. Una sa lahat, ang una mong gustong itanong sa sarili mo, and I think I discussed this last week din sa mga walang call center experience, no? Kaya ba gusto mo ng non-voice is because pagod ka ng magsalita or is it because hindi ka palang nakakahanap ng tamang pay para sa voiced account? Kasi you have to go back to your biggest why. Bakit gusto mo mag-freelancing? Ngayon, kung ang opportunity mo lang is mag-voice account ka muna just to get started, and if you're presented with a good offer to start, mag-voice ka pa din ba? Pwede kang maghanap ng non-voice, but what you have to remember is this. Out of 100,000 na applicants sa Upwork, 80% doon ay ang hinahanap ay non-voice. 20% doon ang open to any opportunity, including yung 1% na marunong mag-SEO, 1% na magaling mag-digital marketing, ganon. OFW, factory worker, anong market ng factory? Kasi you can actually phrase it as, Albert, tulungan mo ako sa English. Productions manager, productions officer,
Sa operations.
operations. Yun. We'll talk about phrasing your current or past job experience and phrasing it in such a way na magmamatch siya sa freelancing world sa day 3 at saka day 4. Now, let's use the last 4 minutes for any final thoughts. And the last question ko for IB and Albert is, kung meron dito sa mga to na gustong tumagal sa freelancing industry, ano yung one advice that you can give them? Ladies first, Albert, go.
Kanya, always remember that change is constant. It happens every time, like every time, every day. So tandaan nyo lang na possible na ganito yung ginagawa nyo today, and then tomorrow your client will demand something more or something less. We don't know, but you just have to do what they're asking. Pero just do what they're asking, and then kapag naman hindi siya nagwo-work, let them know, because if I know open naman sila sa feedback, and then use that as a tool para din, or communicate. That's the second tool that you need to work on. You need to communicate with one another para din mag-work yung work relationship niyo as employer-employee. As since remote yung pagtatrabaho niyo. Yun lang.
Ako naman, well, yung sinabi ni Abet, it's for the job. Pero yung para sa akin, be yourself. Kasi, yun nga, we are on a remote job. We don't have someone beside us na kaya nating hampasin kapag meron tayong mga chika or whatnot. We are only alone on our space. But if you have a good communication with the people you just see in Zoom, you just chat in Skype, then if you are yourself, if they knew you just like that, then you'll have a good communication and good relationship with them. So parang day 1 alam nilang jolly ka, day 2 hindi na, parang awkward. Pero if they knew na day 1 jolly ka, tapos isang taon na kayo jolly ka pa rin, so be yourself.
Oo, sa totoo lang. Kasi if there's one advice that I can give someone who wants to start working from home, is that kung ano yung nararanasan nyo, yung tinatakasan ninyo na mundo, kaya gusto nyong pumasok sa freelancing, it'll still be the same. So you just have to create like valuable relationships with those people who matters most. All right? So guys, that's pretty much it for our day 2. Tomorrow, medyo mas intense na yung training natin. Diba, sabi ko last week, mas intense yung training this week, pero first 2 days kasi medyo boring pa. Meron pang kilalanin mo muna yung sarili mo face tayo. So bukas, mag-start na ng application, interview, and all that stuff. You guys would probably see Albert and Ivy next week, pero hindi pa nila alam yon kasi hindi ko pa sinasabi sa kanila, pero kasama sila sa coaching nung interview natin next week. Alright? So, thank you everyone. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Ivy.
Thank you, Coach.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
guys.
Thank you, Coach.
you.
Thank you,
Yung
everyone.
mga
Thank
nasa
you
group
po.
lang,
Thank you po.
bye-bye. Ang dami
Alright,
sa
thank you.
ano.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, moms. Bye, Ivy. Thank you. Bye,
Miss
Abed.
Universe.
Bye.
Bye po.